How's it going, guys? We are back here in episode number 2 for Seat Time with Chuy and Oscar. But today, unfortunately, there's no Oscar. It's only going to be Chuy and our special guest. So this show, if you guys haven't seen it, it's about our automotive industry, about car races, everything that we do around all the events. And we invite you guys to check it out. We're going to have different guests, different things that are happening in our community. And this is what Seat Time is about. If you guys got to see on the last show, we had Reed from Case and Speed. He gave a pretty good interview. You guys got to know Reed a little more. He talked about his relay that he just recently did and all the projects that he's doing. And shout out there to Reed if he's watching. And we're out here. I'm gonna do a little sharing here with you guys. You make sure to go and share this video, like it, invite your friends to watch it, so we can get a little more views out here. We're really excited for this year. We already have some dates for Race Wars, West Coast Shootout, DTP Truck Wars, and a little bit of everything there. So like I said, I'm gonna do a quick share here, and so you guys can check it out on DTP Race Wars page. We'll also share it on the West Coast Shootout page, and a little bit of everything out here. So what are you guys up to this Friday? So we are here and we're ready to do this. A little bit, like I said, introduction about the show is to talk about everything that's happening. We were just bored over the winter, like let's do something, let's make something happen. So we are here today. So let me check this out real quick. First of all, I want to thank our sponsors, the Crazy Crab Place out in Kennewick on Vista Way. If you like some delicious food, make sure to hit them up. They have all kinds of stuff, crab legs, oysters, all kinds of stuff, big menu. We're going to be doing a live video here for you guys pretty soon, so you guys can check it out and see some of that really good food that's in there. Also, SD Audio, they're out of Pasco. They do car alarms, they do tinted windows, they do all kinds of work. Out there, our friend Santana, he has his shop there on Court Street. So, I'm sorry, not on Court Street, but he has it there in Pasco. The address is right here on Lewis, my bad. So if you guys need alarms or anything, make sure to give him a call, and we'll go from there. And so today our show is about media. So everything that happens, how it gets to you guys is thanks to those guys that bring their cameras to the track, do some videos, and they share them. That's how all these things get really big. And we have a really special guest today. If you guys know him, well, a lot of you guys follow his page, and if not, make sure to go follow his page, Northwest Street Cars. And we have Josue here from Northwest Street Cars. Come in, Josue. Thank you for coming here to the show today.
Thank you.
All right. So, you guys, like I say, a lot of you guys follow the page, Northwest Street Cars, but you guys don't know who runs the page. Here it is, Josue. He's the main guy, that does everything. He has some crew that helps him out once in a while too. Mm-hmm. And we want to thank Josue for coming over. And how important, we're really excited to have them go out there to the races, car shows, and everything to do their media. Because without them, there's no promotion, So, Josue, I just want to know a little bit about you guys, how you guys started on this. What made you start doing media?
I started doing the media just out of passion, really. I've always been into cameras and shooting, like either if it's photography or video, and it just made sense. Cars and photography. That's why I did
everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember when did you start doing this? What year was this? Do you have an idea? I mean, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been since 2013.
2013?
Yeah, it's been a while. Time. Like the end of that race season. So I didn't really do much that season. But come 2014, that's when I basically started my YouTube channel and Facebook. Facebook is where I started everything first.
Everything.
Yeah, so that's where I got more likes there than...
How many people follow you on Facebook right now? If you at the top of your head.
I think it's like 11,000.
Over 11,000, yeah. That's a lot of followers, and there's everybody has their media. There's of course you guys know 1320 out there. There's the racing channel. There's just so many. But here in the Northwest, there's a few too, but the ones that I remember that started everything, and one of the channels that started going to all the events and doing things is Josue here with Norway Street Cars. That's why his page has so many followers, and everybody follows it from all over the place.
Yeah, not just the Northwest, just everywhere. Really,
there's a lot of cool stuff there. I recommend you guys check out his page. If you haven't liked it, go Norway Street Cars page, give it a like. Go to Instagram, Snapchat, and then YouTube. It's all over the place, all kinds of social media. So you said 2013 is when you started. So
Yeah.
you remember what event was the first event you went to that you started recording?
It was your guys' event.
Race Wars.
Race
After the
Wars.
Race
Yeah,
Wars.
Race Wars. Like when was it? Like in April, I think that.
Yeah, when they started.
When it first started. That's when I first started. And I was actually just on a point and shoot camera. And then I think you were the one that lent me your Canon.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
And then, so I was like, oh, he must feel bad for me or something because...
No, because...
Yeah, I don't know. It's just... like, oh, I think he feels bad, so that's why.
No, nothing like that, man.
Yeah, but yeah, I remember it was 2014, like in April, I think, or May or something like that.
I still got that SD card with those pictures.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah, I still got it this summer.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so I remember I lent it to you because I had it and I wasn't even using it. You know, we're running the event and everything, so I'm like, well, it's kind of pointless. You know, he could do a lot more good with it. And started doing all that. Why was that East versus West, or was that before?
No, that was right before.
That was before East versus West, right?
People started talking, smack, like, oh, we got better cars, and then like, oh no, we got better cars. So that's when you made the event about East versus West, and then everybody started going crazy.
All the guys
over
from the West up there, shout out to up there to those guys that came out here, and then we just made it happen, and
that was a good event.
That was a really good event. Yeah, I think that's what kind of got everything exploded too.
Yep. Just because of that, everything started going crazy for you guys too.
Yeah. After that, and then I remember the types of cars that were there. I mean, they were like the CR1s. They were like Supras.
Yeah.
Bub's Camaros, Snails. I mean, those were all. If you go to YouTube, check out his videos. You can see those videos there.
Yeah, those are the first ones, the very first ones. Yeah,
those
really, on YouTube.
Yeah, on YouTube. Mm-hmm. And then also, so you started doing that. You said 2013. Started doing more races.
Yeah.
I remember you also going to the one in Spokane for the West Coast Shootout.
Oh, that one was really good.
That one was
your very first one.
Yeah. The first West Coast Shootout we did over there in Spokane. That was 2015, I think.
2015.
So you had about a couple of years there.
Yeah, kind of under my belt there. Yeah.
So that was a really good race to go to because we had a lot of fast cars that came from California, Las Vegas.
Those Hondas, really fast.
So that was some of the events. I remember there was also those videos. We're gonna be posting links here on the page, so you guys can check out those videos. And we're just excited, to have Jose here. He's been doing his thing for a lot of years. A lot of you guys don't know who it is.
Yeah.
You follow his page and everything.
I've been behind the camera. Yeah, this is my first time.
So I told him, come over and let's do something, so people get to know who you are.
Yeah.
And we just appreciate you always going to our events and to a lot of different events and keeping us updated with everything that's happening around us. Not just our events, but there's also so many events you go to. Mm-hmm. And man, we're excited. You're excited for a good year of racing this year?
Yeah, it should be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, with all your guys' events, you guys got
we got quite a few
wars, you got Michelada Wars now.
Now we got Michelada Wars.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
That's a newest event we added there to the show. So we announced DTP Race Wars Day this morning, by the way. So we're gonna have 2 in Renegade Raceway this year coming up. So we have April 18 and 19 2-day event, and we have the end of September. I don't know the exact dates, but we're gonna be posting that one tomorrow. But we want to give a shout out there to Derek on Renegade Raceway, Bush, all the crew out there, for giving us the opportunity to go host a local race wars and a local track. So we are more than excited to just go, it's an hour drive for us.
Yeah.
Probably for you 5 minutes. And man, we're really excited for race wars because I know there's a few builds going on and a lot of new cars are happening. So, and a lot of people that came on the last event, even we had really bad weather. We want to thank you guys for coming out and supporting, even though the weather was pretty, so-so on Saturday. But we still had a pretty good turnout for the weather being like that. And then Sunday, it just rained out. We just couldn't do no more. But we had a lot of people that came in for the first time to Renegade, and they were pretty happy. They're like, we had fun at this track. So, they're definitely going to come back. And so, kind of what kind of equipment do you use now? Like
now, I shoot with a camcorder. It's not a DSLR anymore. So I use DSLR for pictures mostly, but it's my camcorder now. It's a Sony. Yeah.
And you got like a mic, I think.
The mic
with a wind stopper
and a little tripod that everybody looks funny at. They think it's something else, but it really isn't, guys.
Yeah, you've probably seen that one around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember, when on the first ever race wars, I think they took up one of those VHS cameras. Still, I seen them out there with the people, recording because we didn't have no social media.
Yeah.
So out there with this big camera, looked like the TV news were there,
yeah.
with the big camera. And then they got those little ones now,
Yeah.
but they still have those little cassettes. Maybe we got a bunch of those videos we gotta bring out and show everybody because we have so many videos of all the race wars.
Yeah.
I think shout out to Omar out there. He'll always be recording with a little camera. he'll have like 2 hours of footage, just all the races, all the races. He'll be all tired the next day, be like, hey, all sunburn. But yeah, I mean, so equipment has come a long way.
It really has.
Even phones nowadays.
Phones can shoot really good too.
Yeah, I mean,
really
it's
good.
crazy how much technology has changed over the last 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
And like say we talk about those VHS cameras. A lot of you kids probably didn't even know they even existed.
Yeah.
So that makes us feel like dinosaurs out here. So race wars were some of the first events you cover. What else have you covered besides race wars?
I've done, let's see, Willie's events.
Yeah, out there in Seattle.
Yeah, in Seattle. I've gone to, what else? Northwest Nights.
Yeah.
Those are really good events too.
Yes, shout out there to Mookie and David for you watching. Really, and if not, make sure to watch.
Yeah, no, they're really good events. Both of those guys, they're different styles of racing, but which is good. I mean, everybody wants different styles.
Different things.
Some people don't like that style, so then you got to go cover.
You know what? And it's good to have different stuff out there. Yeah. Pretty much. It's like with us, West Coast Shootout, it's like, it's a really good, real prep surface, really fast cars go there, and, it's a different thing. Race Wars, a little more relaxed, go hang out, go race your buddies. 2 different events. The other one has more rules, this one doesn't have any rules. Race Wars can just show up and race. Heads up, whoever crosses first wins. And then the other one has more rules, things like that. But like you say, different style events.
And people who, even spectators, not everybody likes the same thing. So having different events helps everybody. Really, just in general. So
yeah, it is good, and especially different cars too. Some people like doing roll racing. They don't like doing digs.
Yeah.
Some people like.
Some people don't like to post their times on, which Willie does that. No time.
So yeah, and all, just a different style.
Yeah, really.
And there's 8 mile, quarter mile. Just a little bit of everything for everybody out there. Also, we also want to take another time to thank our sponsors again, SD Audio out there out of Pasco and the Crazy Crab Place out of Kennewick. Thanks to them out there, we're doing this show, making this happen. We also, if you'd like to be a sponsor, make sure to hit us up. We have pretty good deals going on there for next year. So, to advertise your business and, to support this show, which we keep doing it. We have Seat Time with Chuy and Oscar here on English, and then we also have En Los 15 in Spanish, for all you speak Spanish folks out there. Para los de español también tenemos. So we have a little of everything, to cover stuff like that. Also, has all this been easy? I'm sure you have a job. I'm sure, and it conflicts with everything. And a certain time of the year, you're probably pretty busy, and then you're trying to go to events. And how do you do to get to those places?
Like as soon as you guys post the events, it really helps. If it helps me out, just because during this time I can kind of see what I need to do to cover as far as my shifts to go to your event. So if some person would be like, oh, we're going to do it next week, for sure I'm not going to be able to make it.
Yeah, it's not possible.
Yeah, so as soon as I see those events, I start putting it in my calendar, and then that gives me enough time to have coverage and then be able to make it to you guys, to the events.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's good. It's good to put it out there early so people can plan. Yeah. Unfortunately, sometimes, we have that experience where we post them and then the event gets here and it gets rained out. And it just sucks for everybody. It sucks for everybody who got their day off to go to the event. It sucks for us that we're getting trophies and everything ready. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you just can't control Mother Nature. We had a few times, it got rained out.
Yeah.
But we like to put them ahead of time so people can plan for it, and you make plans to go to those events. Mm-hmm. The race wars that we're having here in Yakima is going to be a 2-day event. So Saturday be open racing for everybody. Then Sunday we should do our cash bash. We also will do some open racing. We should host a car show. So there's food. There's always food.
Yeah.
We're gonna have some food here, by the way, after this episode. We're getting ready for that. But it's good to put the days out there and get everybody.
It really helps. Media people, racers, spectators. It helps everybody.
You gotta plan it out.
Yeah.
And I'm already looking forward to September. We haven't even hit January.
Yeah.
So, has it been easy doing all this? To you, doing I'm sure there's a lot of editing going on and all that.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of time.
At first, it does take time. At first, I would just post the videos. Really, just let's say Honda versus Chevy, and then I just posted on Facebook, and then that was easy back then. But like as more people started following, like the quality, like they would want to see a little bit better quality and stuff like that. So then I would have to, step it up a little bit and stuff like that. But like as far as me going to the events, shooting the races and all that, covering the event, it's somewhat easy. It's just editing and then posting and sharing and stuff like that. That gets kind of like in the way sometimes of.
And then there's a lot more time, huh?
Yeah, there's a lot more time. Like a 4-minute video could be like a 2-hour edit, or it just depends. Yeah, and then music.
Probably bring a big Corona and start editing, just sit next to it and do something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes some time. Then a few little small videos as well. But man, I'm like, I'm not really the media guy. To do all this, you need somebody to do it like that.
Yeah.
And you have a lot of videos.
Now I do. Yeah, a lot of views.
And like I say, if you guys haven't, make sure to go follow his page. Norwest Street Cars brings you everything from street cars to race cars to all kinds of stuff. A lot of cool stuff in there. So we're gonna be sharing his channel here on our page, and we've been sharing some videos there as well. So we're gonna be doing that here. Worst experience you had, you think, while doing this? Do you ever go to an event and one of those days nothing went good and it was just like, man, I'm gonna quit doing this?
Yeah.
You got to one of those. Have you ever got to that point where you just don't want to do it no more?
I have. It's just like when was it? Like in 2017. Just personal problem and stuff like that. I'm like, I'm not gonna do it this year, and I took 2017 off. Like, just I didn't really do anything. If I did go to an event, I just went to watch, like at Renegades or something like that.
Just go hang out.
Just go hang out and stuff like that. But it's been hard sometimes.
Yeah.
Just to.
And you do it just for fun, or like do you get some help from sponsors sometimes?
Yeah, I've had help from sponsors before. Let's see, who was my first sponsor? Dip. Or Direct, yeah. He was my first
sponsor. Shout out to
sponsor.
Esteban out there watching.
Yeah. He was my first sponsor, and then when was it? I think in 2018. I want to say he was my first sponsor, and then he was just my only sponsor that year. And then the following year, or no, it was like 2017 or 16, one of those two. But after that, last year, BOM Performance. He was my sponsor, and Valencia Motorsports.
Yeah. Shout out to those guys out there too for supporting, and that's something good, thanks to all the sponsors, a lot of these things are possible.
Yeah, it really helps.
Because you got equipment, traveling. I mean, it's just a lot of stuff, and to do it for fun is cool, but at some point, it takes expenses.
Yeah, it takes expense to get to the events, to just anything in general, really.
So shout out to all those sponsors that keep this happening. And if anyone, I seen the videos when you posted them, you would put their logos in the bottom of the videos or before the videos and stuff like that. So that was pretty cool. You get some advertisement there, and you get like lots of views. I've seen some of these videos have a lot of views, so it's a pretty good way of advertisement. So that was probably one of the worst experiences. The funnest experience you had, or I'm sure there's been many, but was something that you went to an event and you had a blast.
I think like the funnest for me was when I first started. Well, I was in when I got in in cars, because you guys would let people get in cars. It was
way back in the day.
Way back in the day. Yeah. I was in
what's his name?
Snails. Yeah, that was the funnest. And high horse. That was my first ever high horsepower car.
Yeah.
And man, that was fun. That was really fun.
Yeah, when we were a little younger out there, a little careless, things like that. But now you grow up a little bit, you got to do, of course, the more things safer and safer.
Yeah.
And so that's what we do in events at tracks now. Everybody's like, how come you're not doing race wars at the airstrip? It was fun while it lasted, but you got to move on. You got to do tracks. Cars are getting faster every time.
A lot faster.
First they were going I think the first discuss was like a 13-second car. It was like the quickest thing at race wars, and I was like, man, that car's flying. And as the years went by, you guys seen the cars are getting crazier and crazier. Then there was like 1,000 horsepower. Now it's over 1,000 horsepower.
Yeah, they're fast.
It's just insane. So that's why we moved some of that stuff. So you said you have about 11,000 likes on your page, right? And then you also have where can we find you on Instagram?
On Instagram, it's Northwest_Street_Cars.
And also you got Snapchat, right?
I have Snapchat. It's on Snapchat. We're under NW Streetcars. That's it.
So make sure to follow them out there. You know, they post all kinds of stuff. Also, we wanted to ask you: do you race, or did you race, or did you race?
Yeah, I used to race before I started this. Because I used to live in California, so we would do a lot of street racing.
Oh, yeah. Over there it's pretty popular, you know.
Yeah.
Pretty big. Still nowadays,
yeah,
it's big out there.
Yeah.
You see all these videos and there's just like so many people out there on the streets.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But I don't race anymore, I want to say. I want to, but...
It's not a cheap hobby for sure.
Yeah, it's expensive.
You know? Yeah, once you get committed to start racing, it takes a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot more time and everything.
Yeah.
So you think we'll be racing here in the next, say, 5 years or whatever? Are you wanting to?
I want to, yeah. I mean, it looks fun. Expensive, but fun.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
We have ourselves haven't raced for like 2-3 years as well. We need to get back at it. You know, just get some.
What happened to the Firebird?
It's right there, collecting dust. Actually, we keep it clean thanks to VIP at the salon out there. He goes and polishes it, cleans it, and everything. So.
He should stop cleaning it so you can start.
So you know,
racing.
it's all nice and it's put away, but we gotta bring it back.
Yeah.
We gotta bring it back. Hopefully by next year we'll have it out there racing as well. But when we host events, we have fun doing them, but we cannot be out there having fun racing ourselves. You know, we gotta take care of you guys first.
Yeah,
that's our priority. When we go to other events, then we'll be take the car as racers, and then it's a lot of fun. I also remember we went to this chip sector out there in Oregon, and you were covering that event.
Oh, right? Yeah, that was really fun.
That was cool.
Yeah,
you have I'm sure some pretty cool videos in there too.
Yeah,
that, right?
Yeah.
On that one, what was your favorite car? I mean, it's been a few years already, but man. I still remember like if it was yesterday. That was a fun event for sure.
That was fun. I can't remember what. Oh, that twin turbo, Camaro. It's what's his name? It's an older one. I forget his names.
What color?
Silver with black stripe.
What are we talking about here? What are we talking about? Let's Google it.
I forget his name, but he did
twin turbo Camaro.
Yeah, big black Chevy. Or no?
Bub.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What is it?
Okay, so I was thinking like a newer Camaro. But it's
older.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, now I know what we were talking about.
Yeah.
It's like silver Camaro, but I was thinking like a newer model.
It's a single, I think. It's not twin, is it?
Yeah, it's single.
Yeah. I don't know what I was thinking. Twins.
Yeah, but that car's fast.
Car's
fast.
I've seen it on the street, at the quarter mile, and at the
half a mile. And drives it every day.
Yeah, that's what's impressive.
And on the last test and tune that we had over there, he went sevens. You know,
his best.
He's been looking for the 7. We seen it. We're like, so close every time, so close. And on that event, you know, he got it. I got that video there somewhere too. I gotta post it. Sometimes I take too many videos, so many pictures. I can start getting lost in the
start
back.
racking up.
And I open my phone. I have like 3,000 pictures, like 1,000 some videos. So it's pretty hard to go through all of them.
Jerry says he's down with quarter mile, eighth mile digs, rolls, anything.
Yeah. Shout out there to our friends from Spokane, Jerry's, Matt, Skippy out there, all you guys, you know, always supporting our events too. And their bikes are really fast. I think I seen Skippy went like over 200.
Jose says Justin.
Yeah, it was Justin's car. So Skippy went over 200 miles an hour on this event in California.
I know.
Last week.
Skippy
also got some of the material gonna be posting for you guys. That's crazy. That's fast, man. 200 miles an hour on a bike.
Yeah.
How would that feel? You know.
Yeah,
I can imagine in a car.
Imagine in a bike. Jeez, Louise.
Going like 80 on the freeway feels fast already.
Yeah.
So it's pretty fast.
Their videos, Matt's, Jerry's, Skippy's. It's my most popular video on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah. Period.
You have a lot of bike followers, then, huh?
Yeah, I must. I don't know, I don't know what the heck. It's surprising to think I'm a car page, but bikes is the most popular.
Norway street bikes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, they're bikes and they're always racing. You know, they're always around.
Yeah, and they're really cool people. Really cool.
They're really nice. You know,
really cool people.
I mean, how many nice people have met over the years? So many people.
A lot.
I can, you don't have enough fingers to count how many people. That's one of the things that we love doing this too, because you always meet new people. And everybody's just always like so nice. Yeah, it's cool. Once in a while, you get one of those guys, but it's cool.
It's rare.
It's rare.
Yeah, it really is.
It is rare. Yeah, it's just really I can count those with one hand. The bad experiences that we had, but most of the time, we get to an understanding and we make it work.
Oh yeah.
But we made so many people, man, over the years. when we started doing this, just list of friends is like infinite.
Really?
Wherever you go, I know people here, I know people here. This other day I was posting, there's this big event happening in Mexico, not in the streets of Mexico, in the real Mexico. And our friend over there he has a drag strip and he's hosting an event. Our friend People, saludos People. So this guy from Mexico, I have him on Snapchat, I guess. He sent me a message like, hey man, what time's the race is going to be? It's like, what races? The ones you posted, the ones in Mexico. Damn. He's like, I'm half hour away. I want to go hit those up. It's like, all right. So I send them the information and everything.
Yeah.
So it's crazy how far away.
Social media.
Social media just goes all over the place.
Joshua, these said Northwest Streetcars and DTP for the win.
Yeah, thanks guys. Thank you guys for the support. Always coming out to the events. We always try to do our best to keep bringing you guys events. And sharing all Josue's stuff too. He's always at the events supporting us. We really appreciate Josue. Every time he goes to all the events. Try to help out the most we could. Always feed him tacos for sure.
For sure.
The food never goes hungry.
Yeah, really, I really don't. It's either if I'm shooting something, you'll bring me something or something, man.
Because it gets busy, man.
Yeah, but it's fun. It's always fun.
Overall, your 2019, how many events you think you covered total?
I didn't cover many this year, to be honest. I probably covered 4 or 5.
4 or 5 events.
Yeah.
Because it gets, like I said, gets busy with work and everything.
Yeah. Like, I mean, if I could quit my job and just do this permanently, that would be ideal.
Yeah. You could focus the full time on there.
Yeah, edit videos. And what I would really like to do is go out to outside of the Northwest. And, like, maybe an event or two, just anywhere where people would like to see, really.
That's actually my next question. What's one of the events that you would like to go check out? Because there's just so many. You got like the big events like World Cup Finals. You got Texas 2K. You got the half a mile events by Chief Sector out there, like the one in Colorado that they do. That they said, I haven't been to that one myself, but it sounds really cool. They have like all these big screens and there's all this really nice stuff out there. Which event do you think? Maybe 2020 be one of those events that you might make it out there.
World Cup for sure.
World Cup Finals.
Yeah, I was trying to make it this year, but I had my vacation that I just came back from. So
before you come back from Mexico,
you
can tell he's a little tan. He's still out there, and I always seen all your snaps and everything, man. All the good food, all the drinks.
Yeah,
look like fun.
If I didn't go to my vacation, I would have for sure gone to World Cup Finals because I had requested the media pass or whatnot.
Everything.
So I was good to go. It's just I don't know. It would have been too.
Things come up and stuff. You gotta kind of sometimes pick and choose.
Yeah.
I haven't been to World Cup Finals in the last 2 years, I think. So I think next year, man, is the year. Yeah, go back for sure. That's definitely an event that you want to go to. It's a lot of fun. Always a lot of fun. Miller out there, that's a great job.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about their prep. About how smoothly it runs, that event.
It's crazy. And then car breaks down, they clean it up like quick and boom, 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 boom. It's fun. And so many people, you meet so many new people as well.
Yeah.
And, our people out here from Norwest representing always, Miles, you got ETS out there. Mm-hmm. You got everybody, Jake out there from Idaho. Who else you got? Those races, Speed Factory. They all take some bad. The Northwest, heavy hitters. Yeah. Northwest takes some badass stuff out there.
Yeah,
so we're proud to be from the Northwest. We have some cool stuff out here. And then our friends out there from California as well. Representing the West Coast. We have some friends from Mexico that went this time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, from I believe it's, they're from the border. The car's named Cherry. It's a front-wheel drive. I believe it's like a mid to low 8-second car. 8-second car. Yeah, it's a fast one for sure. So, they went up there all the way from Mexico representing as well, so it's a fun event for sure.
Yeah.
It's one of those events you want to go to. Another event you think that you would like to make it today that seems really interesting to you?
TX2K looks really interesting, but I don't think I have the people to try and cover, like, what I would like to try to cover is like the streets. The TX2K.
Because do some kind of racing before the events and stuff, right?
1320 does like really good job. Really good job.
You ever heard, if you haven't listened to the podcast, on Do It For A Living, the Reed was doing?
Oh, yeah.
He, Kyle there was talking from 1320 and then, you listen to, how he started and all that stuff. It's pretty cool to listen to all those podcasts.
Yeah.
This was, somewhat inspiration to do this show. To talk about bring you guys stories from the Northwest, from our area, bring you guys people to tell you guys their stories, how they got started and all that. Because sometimes, in our races and events, you see people, but you don't know, you see them, you know who they are, but you don't know their background story. How they got started, how they get to that point.
I did listen to it. It was pretty good.
Pretty good, yeah. There's a lot of those that are really good. So that Texas 2K looks pretty cool. They have all kinds of old cars as well, and it's been going on for a lot of years as well. And they do it once a year, so everybody looks forward to that time.
They build their cars around it.
Yeah. So, races. Let me see what other races would be good. We have, like I said, this year we have Race Wars in Renegade. We have West Coast Shootout in Woodburn. Those are the races we have. We have ATV Wars. We're going to have 3 of those events this year out there at SM Raceway. The first one's going to be March. And then we're going to be releasing the dates for the other ones as we go. We are hoping for a lot of snow so we can have snow wars. So if you guys have an ATV, UTV...
Are you guys doing it this year?
If we get snow, yeah. So we had some yesterday in Yakima. I was knowing. I was like, oh, yeah.
I know. When I came back, I was like, holy smokes.
But then it
just disappeared.
Today was pretty hot, so everything just melted. So we're hoping in January or February we get a lot of snow. We're going to be having snow wars out there. And it's a lot of fun. If you guys haven't been to that, make sure you go. If you have one of those off-road vehicles or anything, come out. It's fun. Getting all muddy and dusty and everything. It's a lot of fun,
Seems fun. I want to go to it.
Yeah. And we had the idea of doing that, and all these, everybody's buying. It seems like everybody's buying Can-Ams and racers and off-road vehicles, man. Like before, I will see some, but now like everybody has one.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I didn't know you had one. I didn't know you had one. I didn't you had one. So that's becoming pretty popular out there.
Yeah.
So another question that I wanted to ask you: is it hard to get media passes, or when you go to the tracks? Do they let you do your thing, like get a close action out there, or do they? So there's some trucks that are just like, hey man, you cannot be out of there. You need to get out of there, Because I know some experience. Some of our friends, Barra, out there from California.
Oh, yeah.
Once in a while, you see his videos. He's trying to record it, and they're just like, hey man, you cannot record. You gotta get out. We understand. You gotta sign the waiver. You gotta get your pit pass. And sometimes they go through all that and they still don't let him. He's out there recording from the stands, and it sucks because he's trying to bring you the action close. So you're trying to see all the videos, the live videos, everything that he takes out pictures and everything. But sometimes it just depends the management of the tracks. Sometimes for safety reasons, which is totally understandable. You ever have trouble with that when you go to the tracks? The other tracks pretty cool to you. They're like, oh, that's cool. Go ahead and record.
For the most part, they're pretty cool. They just want me to either. Like around here in the Northwest, it's either sign a waiver, and then I think it's just a waiver. Yeah, just a waiver. Some promoters, when Import Face-Off comes, you have to request a media pass, and then they ask for your credentials or where you're going to be posting it, as far as like YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, stuff like that, and then they take like a little bit to give you like the okay or not okay, but for the most part it's relatively easy. All you gotta do is request it.
And that works.
Yeah,
the same thing with us. When we do events, they send us messages, hey man, can I do some media or whatever? And we're always really open to let anybody out there recording stuff. Of course, we don't have 100 people at the starting line recording everybody, with their phones and everything. When the racers go and they record their own racers, it's cool. But we'll usually send us messages. We talk to the track. Hey, this person's gonna be doing media, so let him do his thing. They sign the waivers. They do all that stuff they gotta do. Get some bracelets, and they're there.
Yeah.
Coolest. What was the car that most impressed you this year that you remember? That was one of the cars that was like, oh man. I mean, there's a lot of them. We see cars all the time at the track that are just as fast and fast, and then you see cars that have been coming to Race Wars. You see them getting faster and faster and faster. And you see cars that always win. A red Mustang out there that's always taking everybody out. Shout out to Brandon out there. His car is quick. Yeah,
and he works on the street, at the track.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
He hooks. Over here we had no prep at Race Wars.
Yeah.
There was no prep, and the car was always hooking.
It's just straight line.
Yeah. And sometimes, a lot of power doesn't win races. You got to hook.
Yeah.
You got to hook. If you don't put it...
Especially there at Renegade. Jeez. That's just...
It's good to get up there, So Brandon, and then Glenn out there. Shout out to Glenn as well.
Yes, he hasn't raced in a year or two.
I heard about retirement or something. What's up, Glenn?
Yeah,
we'll see if he does or not.
Yeah, he's been listening to that Dave Ramsey too much.
So no, we don't want to retire. We want to definitely see his car out there. His car's a pretty cool car. It's well known on the NWSC. He got to race on the World Cup finals last year. I'm sure pretty cool experience.
Yeah.
And So any projects or anything you have for next year? Besides we already talked about going to different events, but anything new you're gonna?
What I want to do for next year is do more viewers rides episodes. I don't know if you ever seen them.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to do more.
Those were really cool, by the way.
Yeah,
those were really cool.
I want to do those, but people are afraid to be on the camera or something. I don't know what it really is, but they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm down," and then when I ask them, "Oh, my car's not ready," or "Oh,
it's just camera shy a little bit, But then you get warmed up and you get going, and you just don't stop talking.
That's for sure.
Yeah, shout out to Oscar watching. He's not here today. He felt a little under the weather or whatever. So, missing my other half over here. So, it's kind of like I'm trying to improvise here a little bit without Oscar. Usually when I drop the ball, Oscar picks it up, or whatever, vice versa. So, shout out to Oscar out there watching. I'm sure he's watching. Well, we hope he's watching.
Yeah.
We're not going to get what's up. But, thank you for also coming out here. So yeah, those episodes were really good. I remember watching. We had Team Weaver up there. You did one with them.
Weaver.
Who else did you do the other one with?
Jose, and then I did which one now? There's like 3 or 4 that I done. A Mustang. I can't remember his name. But
they're really good episodes. You should probably share them on your page as well to remind people. And then if there's anybody out there that's a cool ride that wants to be featured or whatever,
that's what I would really like to do
for next year.
Yeah, next year.
Gotta do a feature on fry sauce out there or something. Or ketchup, one of those old school racer cars.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Do you let me see? Do you have any videos when you went to Spokane? You had a video you did with all the cars, right?
Yeah.
Remember, what was your favorite car that weekend?
In Spokane from West Coast Shootout?
Yeah, way back in 2015. I'm trying to remember.
Which one was pretty good? That Voodoo Racing Mustang.
Yeah, Frank. That came from Vegas, all the way from Vegas.
That one was really cool
fast.
too.
It was pretty impressive, yeah.
There was other cars too. That Chevelle twin turbo. It's a business. I forget the name of
Eddie
it.
Whipple.
Yeah, that one.
There was a Nova, was it?
Was it a Nova?
Yeah, the orange one.
Yeah,
that was a really nice car.
But
it is a really nice car. It's still around.
Is it?
Yeah, I don't think he has it anymore. I think somebody else. He has a Proma now, the big one.
Yeah.
I think it's a Proma. I don't know what you call it, man. But that's a really cool car too.
Yeah,
it's really fast.
But
and they painted that color.
I like that one. Oh, and the sport front wheel drive Honda, that blue one.
Gio,
that one was sick.
Nice. That was fast. Man. I think he got his personal best. That weekend, a lot of people got their personal best. People were going fast. Yeah, people were going fast. It was a long weekend of racing. I think we started racing Friday, then we raced Saturday, then Sunday.
Yeah,
it was our first event, so we're like, maybe 3 days is too much.
Yeah,
people get wore out.
Yeah.
By the third day, everybody's like tired, trying to just finish and go home. And everybody that came all the way from California and Vegas, they had to still drive all the way home.
Still drive. It was like a week event for them, probably.
Yeah. So Friday night we had like the Friday night race wars. Everybody just for fun.
The food was really good too, though.
Oh yeah, food's always good.
Yeah.
But we're like this, man. Always food has always to go with racing. That's always one of the things.
Then you should interview David Landa next.
Yeah, well, shout out to David out there watching too, probably on this winter. Actually, the night's not even that cold. I'll say winter night.
No.
So yeah, Josue, other stuff you want us to talk about? About next year that you're doing. So you say more viewers rights. You want to do?
I want to go do those ATV wars that you guys do.
Also, that'll be pretty cool to look.
It looks fun.
Yeah.
It really looks fun. And let's see, half-mile events would be nice. If it's not around the Northwest, one of the shift sectors would be.
Will you ever be open to go to actual Mexico, like say, not the streets of Mexico, to actual Mexico to record, to cover an event over there? So I personally went to a couple events over there in Mexico. Man, they have some crazy stuff.
Yeah, I've seen the ones that you shared like
a couple of years ago. They had a CO6 that was all-wheel drive. I mean, that's
what I was gonna say. Oh my god, that was crazy.
So over there, the tracks aren't prep. At least in southern Mexico.
And I think that's why they do the all-wheel drive.
All-wheel drive's king over there. So if you have all-wheel drive, that's what wins over there. So I'm just really curious. to ever see somebody's cars from here go down there to race over there. See how they would do.
That'd be nice.
That would be really cool.
Yeah, something like that. I would be really interested in doing.
So yeah, I think we should plan something like that. I think it'll be a pretty cool trip to go. I think the first race is like at the beginning of the year, which is probably too close to plan. But next year sometime we should look into that. Yeah, and I think it'll be something to bring to the viewers out here. How racing over there is really big and really popular too, you know. And the setup sometimes, you know, you have the nice fancy people with nice cars, and then you have people that have a smaller budget, but they make things work.
I've seen Jeeps out too, like
Jeeps, with all slicks. And
it looks nice.
Crazy. And then you go out there to the big cities, and then they bring out like couple Camaros, and they have like all these crazy stuff. So the racing scene is really big over there, you know. Like I said, our friend People out there, he has a drag strip. He's hosting an event this Saturday. And it looks really good.
That's the event you shared, huh?
Yeah. So all the cars that are signing up are like really cool cars.
Yeah.
So my first experience when I went over there, it was like, you know, I showed up and I was like, man, you know, I didn't know what to expect. And I showed up and it was like packed, man. It was like so many people. It was crazy. So it's this the beginning of the year they do this big event in January. And I mean, I was just like, wow, you know. So I started going through the line to when they're gonna race, the staging lanes, and just checking everybody's cars out, you know. And you had like some nice Corvettes, nice Camaros, and you have some little trucks that were like all-wheel drive, and then all these little trucks that, you know, really light, and then all-wheel drive that were just beating everybody's.
That's crazy.
It's crazy, and then some big bets out there too, you know, like it's just crazy bets.
Side bets.
Oh yeah, and everybody in the crowd, you know. It's definitely a really, really good experience to go, you know. Yeah. So, and then everybody always talks about, for everybody watching, oh, Mexico's so dangerous, blah blah blah.
It's
not like that, man. It's not like that.
Yeah.
You know, the news overhype it up and everything.
I mean, there is, you know, just like here. I mean,
there is crime everywhere. You know, wherever you go, there's gonna be crime. I'm not trying to advertise a trip to Mexico or nothing, but for all you guys that never want to go and afraid to go, you know, you gotta go. It's a lot of fun. You know, go to a tourist place or just regular one. The food, amazing.
Oh, talking about food, Jerry says that love the food decent.
Yeah, loves the food. So, we want to thank you guys. You know, like I said, we were missing Oscar today. I think we cover everything pretty much. You know, we're just really thankful about media. That they take care of all the events. And thanks to them, you know, we get to be out there for you guys. You get to see us on YouTube. You get to see it on Facebook, Snapchat, all over the place. And Josue here, you know, he started Northwest Streetcars back in 2013, 2013, and you know, still going strong. The page has over 11,000 likes, followers, and man, it just keeps growing. You know, it just keeps growing. So we just want to thank everybody out there. Thank you, Jose, for coming out here.
Thank you.
And man, I think we pretty much covered everything. I'm sure we missed some things there, but you know, it is what it is. Thank you guys for watching episode number 2. Thanks to our sponsors, the Crazy Crab Place out of Kennewick. Make sure to go get some seafood. You know, if it's cold, some soup. There's some clam chowder. They got everything there. You know, whatever you feel like seafood, they have it right there. It's really good. We also want to thank SD Audio out of Pasco. He's taking care of putting in systems, remote starts. Right now, it's really cold. You don't want to go outside. You know, I recommend you get one of those. Like I said before, especially when you get older, you don't want to go outside, turn on the car, and let it warm up. Maybe get it stolen. So from inside your house, you turn it on, you're good to go. They also, I went the other day, they was telling me they do those DUI things.
Oh, do they? The breathalyzers?
Yeah, they do those breathalyzers. If you're in trouble, you want to, go there. We don't want you to be in trouble, but just in case you need that, he does those too. They do interior work. Man, they just do pretty much everything. Hit up Santana there, SD Audio, and give us some good food at the Crazy Crab Place. We'll see you guys on episode number 3. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Josue. Thanks for coming, man.
Thank you.
Now we're going to eat some tacos. You're probably going to see it here later. Thank you, guys.